Okay, I've put Marvel's Phase 4 in chronological order. Tell me what you think and if I need to tweak it. So I have gathered information on the release dates from the Comic-Con event, the current release dates, and knowledge from MCU time-specified events. We start off with Black Widow, which in the movie clearly stated it generally took place in 2016. We have Spider-Man No Way Home, which we know starts off where the previous Spider-Man film left off. This movie was released in 2019 along with Endgame, but because of the 5-year gap in the MCU, it took place in 2023. We then have The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. At Comic-Con, it was to be released in 2020, but because of COVID-19 regulations, it was postponed to 2021. It was going to be Marvel's first series to be released. This series would then take place in 2024. Following The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Marvel's Eternals would be released in the same year according to the Comic-Con event. Therefore, in the MCU, it would take place in 2024. At Comic-Con, Shang-Chi would have been released a year after in 2021. Therefore, in the MCU, it would take place in 2025. WandaVision would have followed Shang-Chi in the same year at Comic-Con, therefore taking place in 2025. Next would have been Doctor Strange 2 according to Comic-Con. This movie would have been released in the same year as WandaVision, meaning in the MCU it takes place in 2025. Okay, so the following series don't either take place in the MCU or the MCU timelines, but these would follow releases after Doctor Strange. These series include Loki and What If. Speaking of series, Hawkeye would have been released in the same year as Doctor Strange according to Comic-Con, therefore taking place in 2025. Ms. Marvel will be released after Hawkeye but before Thor 4, therefore being released in 2021, in the MCU taking place in 2025. The next movie to have taken place in 2021 was Thor Love and Thunder according to Comic-Con, therefore taking place in 2025 in the MCU. These next releases weren't announced at the Comic-Con event. These include Black Panther 2, The Marvels, which take place in 2026 in the MCU, released in 2023, Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3, and Sorts of Fantastic Four to have taken place in 2027 in the MCU, released in 2023. Other releases which don't have specific situated times include She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, Guardians Holiday Special, I Am Groot, and Blade. All these would be released in either 2022 or 2023, meaning in the MCU 2026 or 2027. The I Am Groot series and the Guardians Holiday Special will take place prior to Guardians 3. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Nerd Theories, and